Hi, I'm Alex Miceli. This is Golfweek.com, and I'm going to tell you what I thought of this year's 75th Masters tournament. Yes, tournament. I got to remember that. First of all, Charl Schwartzel played great. How can you beat anybody that wins by birdieing the last 4 holes? Talk to Adam Scott, talk to Jason Day. There was no question they were beaten today. But at the same time, they walk away from Augusta National feeling really good about themselves. Why? Because they played so well. They take this, they're going to build on it. Adam is going to go next week to Valero, where he's defending champion. He's going to feel great. And the biggest reason why is because of the broomstick putter that Adam's using. It's hard to believe that somebody can get around Augusta National on these greens and putt with that kind of broomstick putter, but he did, which means he is going to be perfect for Valero next week and also throughout the year. Look for him at a U.S. Open, look for him at a British Open, look for him at the PGA. And I think Jason Day has proven that he can also do it as well. We got to talk about Tiger now. You know, are you surprised about Tiger? Well, I don't know. What part are you surprised about? The first round and the third round or the second round and the fourth round? It's very hard to tell. Tiger was clearly in the mix, finished at 10 under, thought he had a chance, but guess what, Tiger? It's not the same people you were playing against before. These guys didn't back up. Of course, Rory McIlroy did, which we'll talk about in a second, but not the other guys. Angel Cabrera, Luke Donald, Jason Day, Adam Scott, Charl Schwartzel, and Jeff Ogilvy. None of them backed up, which means, Tiger, you got to up your game just a little more. 10 under didn't do it today. You would need to play better. The third round killed you this week at the tournament, the Masters tournament, in fact. Then you got to look down a little further. You take a look at Luke Donald. Is he actually maybe the best European player right now, even though he's not ranked as the best European player? Obviously, Martin Kaymer and Lee Westwood are ahead of him, but should they be ahead of him? Luke Donald has played unbelievably since winning the match play championship. And actually, if it wasn't for a 78, where I don't know where that came from, at Northern Trust, I think he would have maybe had a chance to win that event because he was playing so well coming in. Luke Donald's the real deal now. He's a lot longer, he's got a great short game, and according to the PGA Tour stat, a new stat they're coming out with, he's been the best putter for 2 years. 2 years! Better than Tiger. So you got to look out for Luke Donald going down the stretch. Jeff Ogilvy, I never thought Jeff Ogilvy would play this well this week. You got to take your hat off to him because he was right there in the hunt. Angel Cabrera, he was actually my dark horse on the Golf Channel. I thought Cabrera would play well, and he did. Just a little too far back. Then you got to go to Rory McIlroy. What do you do with something like that? Shoots an 80 in the final round. That was more devastating than the 80 he shot at St. Andrews in the second round because he had a chance at least to come back from that. He didn't have a chance in this tournament, and that means that he's going to Malaysia now thinking about what? Thinking about how he just basically dropped another Masters, another major championship. How do you come back from that? He's resilient. He's 21. We'll see what happens at the U.S. Open at Congressional. Bottom line is you saw a lot of guys that we didn't talk about at the beginning of the week. Charl Schwartzel, Adam Scott, Jason Day. Those guys weren't really talked about at the beginning of the week. A Jeff Ogilvy maybe. Certainly a Luke Donald. Lee Westwood, Phil Mickelson could have played better. That's always what happens at the Masters. You talk to guys at the end and they say, I can give you the shots that I threw away this week. Guess what? Charl Schwartzel did not throw any shots away, and he is walking away in the green jacket. I'm Alex Miceli, Golfweek.com. Have a good evening.